According to Indian legend, when the great creator made the earth and finished placing the stars in the sky, the birds in the air and the fish in the sea, there was a large pile of rejected stony material left over. Finished with his job, he threw this into one heap and made the Big Bend. So said Ross Maxwell, a geologist and first superintendent of Big Bend National Park. It had been 5 years since I had traversed this remarkable region. I was eager for a return trip, as well as an opportunity to take my Jeep Gladiator on its maiden adventure. So some friends and I assembled a crew of 6 folks and one way cool dog in 4 vehicles to spend 4 days in Pinto Canyon, Big Bend Ranch State Park, and Big Bend National Park. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 1 of Big Bend Explorations. We are departing the town of Marfa.
On my left shoulder, Susan says that's the Rancheria Hills. There you go, Buck just peeked his head up there, looked at us, and ducked back off into the weeds on the right.
It'd be neat to see some javelina while we're out here. Get a little bit of video of them. Daughter and I were camped up in Chisholm's Basin, and we had a family, whatever they would call a family, and they had a couple of small ones with them. Just come walking right through our camp. And we're hitting dirt.
They're down here.
Private property next 10 miles. Please stay on County Road. No trespassing either side.
Nice road for the bike, Bill. Definitely. Love it.
A buck staring at me. We followed Pinto Canyon Road to Highway 170 at the small community of Ruidosa. There we stopped to visit an old church and to pick up a few things at the general store. Then we were off for a quick bite to eat at El Patio Restaurant in Presidio and onward to Big Bend Ranch State Park. But first we'd need to stop at Fort Leaton near Presidio to pick up our permits to camp at Guale before we hit the dirt within the park proper. We are leaving Ruidosa. Had a nice little talk with a gentleman there. He told us a lot about the history of the area and the wildlife. We are leaving Fort Leaton. We picked up our permits for tonight's camp and are now headed into Big Bend Ranch State Park. Those hills are Mexico on the right. I wonder where they've gotten off to. There's two turnoffs for it. I'm looking for the first one.
Alright, we're watching for it.
It looks to me like we need to continue on this Marfa loop, and that'll run us into the road that takes us down to the campsite.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing on my map, but my map is very old.
Okay, I see there's actually a Guale Mesa road on it. First round of Texas pinstriping on your new truck.
I love the sound of pinstriping. You haven't seen my Wrangler, but it's full of it. Of course, it's dark green, so it really shows up on that one.
Buff out.
So we reached the forking road for Guale 1 and Guale 2. Bill and his wife, and Chris and his wife are headed down to Guale 1. Mark and I still have a couple of miles to go before we get to Guale 2, and that's where we're headed. That was Chris just calling us.
Okay, yeah, we're in the valley. We're not up on top of the hill. We just lost you. I mean, we know you're transmitting, but I couldn't hear you.
He said they're down in the valley, so they're not sure they'll be able to talk to us very well.
Oh, you got all that out of that? Wow.
If you need a spotter, don't hesitate to ask, okay?
Okay, and you too. There is all to admit that the Jeeps are much better off-road.
It's just so much easier to have confidence when you have all the articulation these things have.
Yeah, I kind of slid a little driver's side up there on that off-camber.
This is Guale 2 campsite up here.
Wow.
It had been a long day of travel, but the view at our Guale 2 campsite was worth it. My previous time camped here had been during a major winter storm that obstructed the amazing view. We also checked out the GMRES radio communications with the other crew and had good results despite their poor location and 2.5 mile separation. Mark and I set up camp and relaxed for the evening. A great day of overland travel now complete.
off of the dirt onto the pavement that we're on now, heading back the opposite direction, heading east. One of the Kawasaki KLR 650s quit running, and we headed right in the middle of the road. There was no traffic, nobody around anywhere, middle of the day, and these guys were looking for spark on the spark plug or something. Had the gas tank laying in the road and other things, and there were 4 guys hovered over the motorcycle and tried to shield it from the light so we could see if there was any spark. And in the story, in the picture used in the story, I said a Kawasaki KLR 650 is the only bike you could pray over and actually get it running again. It was kind of a funny scene.